stuck in the issues again, so make sure I've got no issues with my camera again. Yeah, that's probably, the pan speed is probably too fast. Yeah. Alright, set up the stream. Wait for the delay to fix itself, obviously. Good evening to anyone who's just joined. I'm just waiting for the server to set up properly. Obviously, we've just had some technical difficulties tonight, and it's caused us all lots of issues. But we seem to have worked past those issues. And I'm just posting some stuff about it. There we are. Now I can share the stream. Wonderful. Doctor's daughter, do not call me by my last name. ETRL versus FL. Post it on Discord. Alright, so we'll just have a look at the lineups real quick. Everyone seems to be in, which is a good thing. Now I can actually tell them to start the match. Good evening and good afternoon to some people. Welcome to the stream of the 6v6 Cup final. And I've just let them know we're underway. So the lineups for tonight will be from FL, we'll have Clazy, Exxon, Gusket. Used to be Hydral's Cracked, now it is Hydra BF. I'll just call him Hydra. Chicken and Spelunker. From ETRL we have Invisible Prawn, Jamesy, McFly, Silvarian, The Cutie, and Zoe's. Not the lineup I expected, obviously, but it's the lineup we have been given by both teams. And if you can hear that beeping in the background, my microwave is going off. Just give me a moment. Alright, so both teams are ready and they'll get underway in a moment. We'll just wait for them to be ready. Already got some banter in the chat. And we will get underway. And Clazy will shoot a rocket straight down the alleyway. ETRL will storm a 4-man push onto the B flag, and so will FL. Chicken will move in from the top. Exxon down in the middle here. They've already set up. Cutie and that just kind of need to get in the building here. Help out. This has hit off straight away. Gusket gets Prawn. That is a nice kill. And I just need to turn off the player ready surrounds because that is extremely annoying. That's better. I want to see that. And ETRL will get the double cap. Jamesy on his own, he's got 3 pushing him. This is not a situation he wants to find him. And Prawn spawns out of nowhere. And that is a nice 2-piece from Jamesy. 3-piece. As Prawn defends the hallway. They got a 2v2 here and it'll be a 2v1.
What's there?
And unfortunately for Jamesy, he'll just get wiped out there. ETRL being wiped off the B flag, and they'll look to push back in as FL look to set up a line of defense. Something they do quite well. Chicken takes out Prawn, but Jamesy just trading the kill there. Cutie just sneaks in the bottom after he kills Clazy. And McFly and Silvarian being quite sneaky here. There's a 2v1 situation. McFly might sneak around the back, and he will. And they'll just storm onto that objective. And they'll look to get the triple cap quite early. As ETRL have pushed these flags really extremely quickly. McFly being left on his own as Silvarian looks to push back just in case they get a back spawn. And Exxon holding his line so well. He'll get another one. Unfortunately for Exxon, Prawn gets a spawn. And ETRL will now look to push the C flag. Quite a lot going on. Kind of have to remember my angles. Silvarian being killed by Hydra. And Gusket just harassing at range. Thinking of words that aren't pest. Jamesy and Spelunker having a fight and a duel there, and Jamesy will come out on top. Owning this B flag at the moment. ETRL leading 138 to 135. Both teams still in this. And Silvarian and McFly look to push up. As Spelunker, Chicken, Exxon and Gusket all look to push the B flag. This is quite a aggressive tactic FL have come with here. And Jamesy on his own again. Gusket will push in. And Gusket will get that kill. Nice kill by Gusket there. Thank you for the hole in the roof, gents. Hydra having to defend on his own as FL look to play more aggressively today than we've seen in many other times. I might need to turn up the sound as I'm just finding a little bit quiet. Apologies for anyone watching. Put a bit of the game music on. That adds a bit of feel to it. We'll get back into this, and FL need to push out of that C flag as they've been pinned in. Jamesy and Prawn sneaking up the back. Prawn. And they're on that flag. Prawn and Jamesy. Prawn gets Gusket. And Zoe's gets Chicken. I didn't even see Zoe's come in here. Zoe's, not Jamesy. My apologies. And it looks like ETRL will have a aggressive push from FL as FL look to take their home flag. And they need to do that quick as ETRL have now triple capped. Zoe's taken out by Gusket and Hydra's cracked. And ETRL will now need to set up. But Spelunker looks like he's got the back spawns off for his team. And they'll need to cap this flag as it's 133 to 97 to ETRL. ETRL have come flying out of the gates. And it looks like it's another slow start from FL. Jamesy lasering down that hallway. And Jamesy's got a lot to do here. 2 against 1. And it might be a traded triple cup here, but Jamesy looking to clutch up on the B flag. That cheeky little grenade throw just to defend his ass. Apologies for my language. And now I'm stuck in the building again. Oh my god, Jamesy completely on his own. He's got 5 other members of ETRL on another flag, and unfortunately for Jamesy, a bit of a bueno slide there, and he gets taken down. Unfortunately, just not enough of movement for Jamesy to clutch the kills on that one. As FL have just got B flag, they're struggling to get that 2 flags at this time, and it's Prawn versus Chicken, both using ZK. And Prawn will take down Chicken, but unfortunately Spelunker will get the trade. Silvarian and McFly on defense, but Silvarian on his own at the moment, all on his lonesome, as Spelunker will just see what he can do on his own. Nothing! Silvarian just camping in that corner, hiding, waiting. As ETRL holding Hydra in his spawn, and Zoe's just standing in the open as Hydra runs out with that Lewis gun. Gets two! Unfortunately for him, Cutie just standing on the road. And Gusket coming back to help his teammate. He needs to be quick here. We've got a fight going on the A flag. I need to zoom out a bit so you can see both. And obviously, ETRL still holding that 2 flag advantage. And Exxon and Clazy clutching up on the A flag. And unfortunately for Silvarian, he'll be caught in the wrong place then. Gusket and Hydra will jump onto the C flag, and Prawn kind of waiting for spawns. And they'll push through the church. I need to get out of the church. Uh-oh. Just kidding. And FL flicking the switch on a triple cap really quick. Unfortunately for them, Silvarian and McFly. I need to stop saying unfortunately. McFly and Silvarian holding the A flag down pat, but they'll lose it just unluckily. And it's 2v1 here, 3v1 maybe. As Jamesy hides in a corner. Hydra caught in the doorway, and they'll regain the A flag. 97 to 66. FL look to be taking back the flags and taking down the tickets. But unfortunately, it looks like FL have white. I am not even sure how that has happened. I've missed that apparently. Spelunker clutching up with Clazy on the A flag, and looks like a triple cap that could be quite dire for ETRL. They need to get out of this, and they'll look to do a 6-man push straight into the B flag. Jamesy and Cutie leading the way. Prawn just kind of pulling the distraction down the left side as Hydra looks to push back, and they will get onto the B flag. Chicken though. Chicken is now on the flag, and so is Exxon, and we're back in this situation. Exxon trying to find the elusive Jamesy, who's just playing cat and mouse with him. Unfortunately for Jamesy, Exxon knew exactly where he was going, and this will still be a triple cap from FL. As FL now leads 62 to 52, they've turned that slow start into an advantage now. Exxon looks like he's running a marathon, goes to defend the top road, and FL showing what they do best. Both teams have had their moments, and it looks like FL will lose the A flag here as ETRL will push a whole full team push, and Silvarian and Jamesy will look to get Clazy, and Jamesy will do the business. McFly taken down by Exxon. Exxon gets 2, and an unfortunate and unlucky for him, Cutie will be there as well, just to harass him on the 3rd time. Jamesy caught in the hallway, but Silvarian will do him a favour, and it'll be Jamesy v Clazy. Clazy looks to push back, and it looks like ETRL will need to push the B flag. They need to get that flag now. 31 to 54. FL now lead. Gusket, Exxon, Spelunker and Chicken have got the back spawn. This is just not what they needed. And Gusket just not in the right spot. Exxon. Come on, Exxon. Show us what you got. And that's one. And he does the business, clutching up on the A flag. What a moment for him. McFly didn't really realise he'd come over the top. Quite a bold move, but it's turned in his favour. And ETRL regained the B flag. But it looks like it may not just be enough at the time. And C&A is still in the hands of FL. FL all over the place though at the moment. As ETRL spawn a few out of B, and they might be able to get this back. And Zoe's on his own, just looking to recap the C flag. They're losing B. This is not good for ETRL. Hydra and Chicken and Clazy on the flag, recapping it, and it'll be 2 flags to FL again. Prawn and Zoe's just going to be caught out in the middle here. And unfortunately for him, I need to stop saying that word. And he's just caught out when he didn't want to be. Spelunker now pushing the C flag. Gasket and McFly. Get on to McFly. Unfortunately for McFly, Gasket running the FG. FL putting in a display and a half here to turn this around. They had quite a situation on their hands at one point, as ETRL led by 65 tickets, I believe, at one point. And ETRL regained the 2 flags, 9-44. Clazy just put down straight away. Exxon just looking to pick up his teammate, and he looks like he's going to get pushed. Prawn and Zoe's. Silvarian and McFly. This is going to be a close one. 9-38. ETRL need to hold on to their tickets, and Cutie, being the medic he needs to be, Jamesy clutching up on the flag, helping his team. McFly getting taken out from behind by Hydra, doing the sneaky backspawn. Silvarian making sure he doesn't get on the flag, and that'll be 2 players on the McFly will bleed out very quickly. That could be a costly manner, and so will Silvarian. Cutie just pushing straight to A. He's got no one with him, and there's no one on the flag. ETRL could still win this from here. McFly running on to help him cap that flag quickly. They need to get rid of this double cap right now. Prawn, Jamesy and Zoe's holding the middle ground, and it looks like they've separated homes now. No, I think that was their home. I can't remember. Prawn, Zoe's and Cutie holding the B flag, as McFly and Silvarian defend for their lives. Clazy and Gasket pushing them straight away. This has been a tight match, and Silvarian getting caught out by Exxon. McFly on his own. Unfortunately for McFly, Gasket becomes a bushwookie in the bush there, and gets the stealth kill. ETRL will now push the C flag. They have got it all to do, and they have left the C flag, not the C flag, left the B flag unguarded. Silvarian gets on, and it looks like that'll be a first side win to FL. And Hydra pulling in a 21-13 for FL, and Spelunker pulling in a 24-14. Zoe's 20-10, and Jamesy 24-8. Team captain Jamesy leading the way for his team, helping his team get what he needed. That's quite a small margin, 19 tickets. They can turn this around from here. Anybody has just joined the stream, FL won the first side of province by 19 tickets. And that was all over the place. We'll just catch up on chat now and see what chat's up to. Welcome to anyone watching the stream. We'll move on to the second side. Obviously you won't get a lot of close quarter views, as because of the spectator glitches it just doesn't really help with the infinite firing glitch and stuff reigning supreme at times. And just shoot off real quick. Alright. And it looks as though maybe they're doing some subbing. No? Looks like they just had some issues obviously at the start. And they'll start at 45 seconds. Both teams opting to not make any subs. But obviously a big player missing from the FL team is Avunk. But Gusket stepping in to fill that position. The platoon leader there. Helping his team when they need it. Quite a good support player, Gusket is. No, not 45. I'm unsure what is going on. And there we go. Just a bit of a delayed start there. Both teams not knowing what each other are doing, and it's quite polite of each other to wait. They did not have to, but they did. Chicken will push up the top side. He's got Prawn above him. Spelunker firing a whole lot of bullets and getting nothing. Prawn firing minimal bullets and getting something. And unfortunately for Zois, he's been left on his lonesome here. No, he hasn't. I didn't see Cutie come out of the friggin' smoke. Gusket holding the church. Gusket's Cathedral. Silvarian just playing the waiting game. Playing the waiting game, gets wallbanged through the post. McFly, though, knew exactly where he was. And ETRL leading 158 to 149. Both teams fighting for this B flag quite well. Having their moments. I think we're all jealous of a person that has 8 ping. Need more meds. And ETRL regain the B flag, 153 to 146. Quite even at this time. And I've said that line. Silvarian and McFly sneaking up the side here, and they'll push on A. Chicken and Gusket get some spawns, so does Clazy and Spelunker. 2 against 4. McFly caught out straight away in the back, and Silvarian caught out by 4 players rushing him. And they'll lose the A flag straight away. B and C held by ETRL, 152 to 138. ETRL just testing the waters of how they can play here. Do they play aggressive or do they play defensive? Chicken taking out Cutie on the corner. Chicken and Clazy and Exxon. And FL regain the B flag. Unfortunately for Jamesy, caught out in no man's land. McFly has got 1 above him, standing in the open. This could be costly for him. And in comes Hydra, rushing him. Unfortunately for McFly, Hydra getting that beam spot from the top of the truck. And ETRL still holding the 2 flags, but they're about to lose the C flag to Gusket and Hydra. Zoe's running up the stairwell and being clutch killed by Gusket. Gusket doing what any platoon leader needs to do, playing his role as the fill-in for tonight quite well. And that I am not sure about. I'll have to review that later. We have it. Jamesy and Zoe's clutching on the A flag, and Spelunker defending the middle from ETRL's push, and they'll regain A, and they might get C as well, ETRL. And they will. And that could be costly if it does deem under the rules that you're not allowed on that section of the roof, as most roofs are out of bounds, but we'll find out after this match, I will. ETRL gaining one flag and losing the A. They just ran off it and not defended it, and Hydra just ran straight onto it and recapped it. Controversy in the final is not what we wanted. If anybody could look up the rules for me, that'd be quite nice. Yes, Kamasar, this is the first game, but it's the second side. FL won the first side by 19 points. Tickets. Chicken has got 4 against him. He will just hide in the bushes there, as he knows all too well this is not a situation he wants to be in. And FL could be triple capped here. Silvarian has not got the situation he wanted, as Spelunker and Gusket push him hard. They both run under the flag straight away. Exxon getting the back spawn on B. Exactly what he wanted. And he'll run up to the C flag to help his teammates recap that, as the costly triple cap could be on hand otherwise. And ETRL pushing extremely hard. They're kind of narrow at the moment, but it doesn't seem to be bothering them. Exxon and Cutie having a dance there, and Cutie playing the better dance moves apparently. McFly killing Hydra as Hydra tries to spawn at home and run onto the A flag. He did not want anything to do with that. Not after what happened last time. Cutie getting caught in the middle, and Prawn having the infinite firing glitch as Gusket has got this wide as angle on him. Running the irons on the FG. Prawn just sticks his head out, and unfortunately for Prawn, Gusket just puts 3 bullets in his head and puts him in the bin. And FL just struggling at the moment again, right off the start. 137 to 85. This happened before, and it's happened again to them. McFly and Silvarian defending the A flag. McFly just wiped off straight away. Silvarian gone, and A returns to the Beholder as Chicken and Exxon will cap it. Hydra having a fight with Jamesy, and Jamesy caught out by the pre-fire by Hydra. But unfortunately for FL, they'll lose the C flag in the process. Just struggling to get 2 flags, and no one is on B, and FL storm onto it. 133 to 79 as FL recap the B flag, and this will be their first double for this side. Thank you, daughter. Much appreciated. So the controversy of that roof is they are allowed on that bottom roof, they're just not allowed on the top roof. So we'll have no controversy there. Thank you very much. And FL have now gained the 2 flags, and they'll hope they can reciprocate what they did on the last side as they turned around a 65-point deficit to win the first side of the map. Chicken clutching up on Zoe's. Chicken and Cutie have a battle, and Cutie clutching up on Chicken. McFly, all on his lonesome. He's got the work. He's got something to do. Unfortunately for him, Spelunker gets the back spawn. Just pre-fires him straight away. This is the final of the 6v6 Cup near Moment. And ETRL trading flags left, right and centre with FL. FL holding the 2 cap at this moment. And they might get a triple here as they storm on. Chicken and Jamesy have got a fight here. And Exxon, not even sure where Exxon's gone. He's been deleted from the map. And there is a 4-man push. All the business is about to happen on this B flag. Spelunker absolutely clutches on the B flag. Getting 2. We had that infinite firing glitch there for a moment. We'll get off him. Try and get out this window. Jamesy on his own in the bottom of the B flag. Chicken just runs outside and goes, hello, goodbye. And FL regained the triple cap. I didn't even see that. Missing things left, right and centre. It's moving way too fast for me. And Zoe's McFly will storm into C. Zoe's getting killed there. And Spelunker clutching up on the B flag, doing what he does best, this close quarters fights. And Hydra runs in the back and Jamesy caught in the sandwich. And FL regaining the 3 cap. 62 to 82, and they'll look to reciprocate straight here. The triple cap is on again. FL showing dominance as soon as they triple cap, but they have struggled from the start. If ETRL can take advantage of those slow starts, they might have it in their favour. Spelunker having the trade kill with Prawn, and Chicken will now look to pick up his teammate. It just sneaks in there. I can't even see him. There's so much smoke on the map. Prawn gone. Chicken on his own. And ETRL really need this B flag. They are panicking. They are panicking for the flag. They want it now. There's 4 members on it. They'll regain C, 58 to 59. They have raked in the tickets. And ETRL will now look to push out Exxon all on his own. Zoe and Cutie coming home. Chicken getting the bottom spawn, same with Hydra, and they'll push back into B. Unfortunately for Zoe, he's caught in the open. Prawn caught in the doorway, like I almost was. Gusket holding the top road. McFly and him having quite a battle over this game. Silvarian just holding FL at bay, keeping them in the flag. But Hydra just runs out the window and gets the clutch on him. Chicken sneaking in the back of C, and ETRL will leave it unguarded. This is a costly maneuver by ETRL, and Chicken and Exxon just walk straight onto it, and this will be a triple cap by FL again, 43 to 52. Apologise if I start getting mixed up. My dyslexia is playing a big hand at times. No, servers might be dry now, but you should have seen the servers an hour before this. Sweat City. And FL regained the triple cap. I'm not saying it. I've already given someone permission to be the pest of the match. There you go. And FL regaining the triple, 50 to 23. This is ETRL's map, and FL are taking it to them. Jamesy wiped off the face of the earth straight away. McFly really needs to do something about Exxon as they regain, and here come the troops storming into C, 50 to 12. And that will be a first map win to FL, unfortunately, as they dropped below the 19 ticket threshold. They needed to win the map. 50 to 6, 50 to 4. And FL remaining at the peak of their power there. Cutie, 19 and 7. McFly not having a good time apparently. 5 and 10. Chicken, 18 and 3. 18 and 13. And Hydra clutching with the 18 and 8. FL will take the first map. And that will mean ETRL will need to win our marge in order to take this to the tiebreak. I'm assuming we'll play the tiebreak anyway, but FL putting themselves in quite a dominant position to win the 6v6 Cup. Welcome to anyone that's just joined the stream. FL's defense, once they got it going, remained quite strong. Yeah, I said it just for you, doctors. Not saying it again. We'll move on to the second map, and we won't see any changes. Bit surprised by that, as Might have expected to see maybe Redux on this map, as his range game is quite dominant. He can also play the assaults quite well, but his main class is support. Maybe looking for a change in that defense. And we will see a change, as apologies for that crackle. Prawn and Cutie look to go to the support class. Quite a change there. Jamesy and McFly in assault. This is a change they wanted. FL not changing anything. They're running with that working formula, and FL will push from the C side and ETRL will push from the A side. McFly, Jamesy, Silvarian playing as a 4, Prawn and Cutie, the dynamic duo running the 2 support classes. These two can be an absolute weapon together. Prawn with that range, quite a dangerous player. Hydra just sneaking straight in behind, Prawn not even seeing him. And ETRL will regain the B flag straight away. Zoe's wiped off the face of the earth. I need to stop saying that now. Jamesy clutching up on the flag. He's got it all to do. He's got Clazy to his right and Spelunker above him. He'll get Spelunker, but unlucky for him, Clazy making sure he gets the trade kill. Zoe's really need to push in here. He's got to have a player looking to get that revive, but he won't. He'll put too much pressure on him, and Chicken will get the revive out. Exxon just holding the corner. Creeping in a corner. Exxon still in the smoke. Unseen. Goes around the back. Silvarian put down from behind. Exxon. Exxon with 2. Exxon with a 3rd. And Chicken with the pickaxe as FL retake the B flag. And FL will now look to set up that defensive line we know them for. Quite a strong defensive team when they want to be. Gusket pushing across the middle. This man knows exactly what he's doing. Getting rid of that cover. Cutie can't hide anymore. And unfortunately for Cutie, neither can Prawn, as Gusket clutches up on both of them with the Bren gun. Clazy runs in. Just gets wiped out straight away. And FL remaining defiant. McFly clutching up. It looks like the weapon change has done him a world of good, as Cutie, Prawn and Silvarian look to recap C, and they've got Exxon and Gusket pushing them. Gusket caught out in the head glitch straight away. Exxon on his own in spawn. ETRL will now look to push to B and get that triple cap. McFly on his own. Caught out on top of a rock. Or whatever it is. Did I see a couple of teabags there from Chicken? Jamesy pushing in. Silvarian looking to help him out. And we'll see no one dead yet. My team's firing away. My team's missing everyone. Jamesy catching Clazy out in the open. And the smoke settles and ECRL remain, and this will be a triple cap. However, A is unguarded and in comes Chicken. Chicken and Spelunker pushing their way home to the A flag. They needed it. Got a sneaky play, and FL taking out Prawn. Cutie on his own. Look. Cannot do anything about that, as Exxon had the positioning over him. And ETRL will regain the A flag. They've left McFly on his own. This is not a situation we want to see McFly in. And Exxon running down the corridor. Sneaks across. He's looking for that high position. Get the advantage over McFly. And he will. And Spelunker and McFly now will push into the B flag. Chicken, being the man he wants to be tonight. A medic with a mission. And Prawn. Prawn with the Bren gun. And ETRL will regain the B flag as Silvarian and Zoe's running medic. FL might look to change something up, as the change seems to have done a world of good for ETRL as Cutie and Prawn look to defend A, both using those head glitch spots to their advantage, and in come a 4-man push from FL. We'll get on to Clazy. He'll shoot a rocket into the wall. But it doesn't matter. It sounds like it was a bit of a distraction as he puts down Silvarian. Jamesy holding that head glitchy spot down the bottom there. Quite well. Gets 2. Gets Clazy. And Exxon. Absolute clutch moment from Jamesy there. As he takes out a dangerous 4-piece. And he now looks to set up the defensive position on top of the truck. He's found his aim. Apparently he hasn't. As he looks to make me eat my own words. Hydra and Zoe's about to have a battle as Exxon just storms straight in and across the right. They'll need to get that B flag right now as ETRL lead 113 to 78. We'll just catch up on the comment. Might have been that, Sheppy. FL regaining the A flag now. As flags are being traded left, right and centre, but at the moment, ETRL being quite dominant. Holding those 2 flags, they look to play a little bit more defensive by the looks of it, putting Cutie and Prawn in 2 defensive positions. Prawn pushing probably a bit too far for his own good and gets taken down by the onrushing Gasket. Gasket will now look to set up in position, and he's got a world to do. Bullets flying everywhere. Smoke. Causing distractions. The whole centre of the map covered in smoke. And unfortunately for Jamesy, he won't clutch on that position twice. As ETRL will lose the B flag now, 110 to 59. Jamesy leading the way for his team, 15 and 4. That is some big numbers. And ETRL will now storm into the A flag. They've left no one at home again, ETRL. FL, sorry, will storm into the A flag. This is a costly manoeuvre. And in comes Exxon and Spelunker to cap the A flag. As ETRL looked like they were zerging there for a moment. Silvarian going back and then deciding it's probably best for his own good to go help his teammates out. And it'll be Silvarian.
Objective Charlie is under our control.
With absolute clutch against Chicken. Just pops out of nowhere. Jamesy spraying the onrushing Clazy. And ETRL regaining the 2 flags again, 105 to 51. Whew. And we'll have C3 push in. Jamesy caught down the bottom. Chicken and Spelunker using the smoke to push. Exxon looking to jump across the map. Zoe's looking to hold the flag. Chicken running back and forth, getting some kills. Zoe's on his own. Fortunately, didn't realise there was 2, and that'll be costly for him, and they'll regain the B flag. FL. Yeah. And Prawn and Jamesy regain the 8. Exxon caught in the middle of a sandwich, and he does his job quite well. Gee, looks like he's having a nap on the C flag, and he's got Hydra and Gasket to contend with now. Yeah. 4 players on the A flag from ETRL. 5 players. Kitty on his own. Gasket will wipe him out. Just walk straight on. Chicken gets one there.
Objective Taser is ours.
Gets a second with a nice spin. Gets a 40 hit on the third. Zoe's now looks to push Chicken after getting a bit of health back. He's got 4 against him though. Chicken running out the back, and Zoe's caught in the middle. ETRL 81 to 29, and in comes the music. Is this about to get tight? Exxon hiding in the building, not moving. I don't think Jamesy knows he's there. He's just watching that window. Acting like a spawn beacon for his team. And FL have 2 flags. ETRL now pushing the C flag. Zoe and Jamesy. Got Hydra behind him, who will now look to come back and defend. As they regain, grab the C flag, and they've got Gusket coming in from behind. Jamesy getting the kill, and Zoe's getting the other. Working like a dynamic duo here. Spelunker and Exxon. Exxon now moving from his position of spawn beacon. And Spelunker walking straight onto A. Clazy holding B on his own. Just having a nap, running around, stretching his legs. 4 players on the C flag. 3. As ETRL hold the C, but lose A. McFly on his own, coming from spawn. 67 to 21. Runs out in the open. Not really sure what he was thinking there. Gusket looking to harass the flag. He's got no teammates with him, but his job here just to hold them on the flag. Prawn and Cutie defending with the dual Bren guns, and Cutie having no luck, and Gusket making sure he's in position to get Prawn as he tries to sprawl to safety. ETRL leading 59 to 17. ETRL just need to close this out now as Chicken spreads Jamesy. And FL pushing a 5-man push out of their flag, but spreading out. Hydra and Exxon pushing to A. Zoe's trying to uncap that flag on his own. Jamesy coming back to help his teammate. They need to cap this real quick. Zoe's getting wiped out. Jamesy, McFly pushing in. Fly getting wiped out from behind by Spelunker. Cutie. Fortunately for Cutie, 3 men on his case straight away. Hydra and Jamesy having a battle here. Jamesy in the middle of the objective, making sure that they're harassing the flag though. Gets a nice hit, gets some spawns. And now this is a situation Hydra did not want to face himself with. 3 ETRL players looking to cap that A flag. Prawn and Cutie will just waltz onto the B flag, and they'll regain the double cap. 39 to 13. 3 men come in a push. Quite a menacing situation for Cutie and Prawn. Prawn having a nap on the sandbags. Gets Exxon. And get caught in the meat grinder of Chicken and Clazy. And Cutie having no say here. As FL regain B, 11 to 35, as FL start to rake in the tickets. And Zoe's and Jamesy back on the flag. Zoe's out in the middle of the open. Jamesy. 1v1. Unfortunately for Jamesy. McFly does the business just when he needs his team. Doing what an assault player needs to do, pushing at the right moment, and they'll regain the 2 flags. Cutie and Prawn pushed up into harass positions. The pest of this whole game, whole tournament, Prawn in the position he needs to be in. Just waiting for someone to walk by, and he'll just take him out straight away. It's FL losing by 27 to 6, losing by 21 tickets. And this could be it, as Zoe's and Jamesy working as that duo they need to be. in the right place at the right time, 26-3, and this looks like it'll round out the first side of our Marge as FL being caught in a single cap, and that will be it. 26-0 to ETRL on the first side of our Marge. We'll just go to the chat. I forgot to check the scores, but obviously Jamesy pulling big numbers there, as you can see. It almost got me there, ladies man. Anyone who has joined the stream, FL won the first map, and we will now have the second side of our Marge as ETRL lead 26-0. They need to win this map in order to take it to the tie break. This is for the 6v6 Cup final. We might see some changes, maybe. No, we won't. We'll see the dynamic duo of Prawn and Cutie remaining on the support class, hence Zoe and Silvarian playing the position they need to play as medics. Jamesy running the 7 ping. He's got that high speed internet. And welcome to the second side of our Marge. An absolute sweatfest so far. And we'll get underway. Look to see if there's any changes. Exxon, Spelunker, Chicken, Clazy running as a 4. We'll get a rocket just shot down into the middle of nowhere. Goodbye, rocket. Taking out that patch of dirt out in the middle of nowhere. Some smoke thrown to defend their thing, and Spelunker just shooting off rockets left, right and centre out into the middle of nowhere. As ETRL get here late, very late. Zoe's pushes in the side, but he's got 2 looking straight at him. Prawn, McFly and Cutie set up a triangle, and McFly will look to remain as a spawn beacon here for his team. Oh, and they've got 4 pushing them. Zoe's getting 1. Zoe's pinging for them. Zoe's jumps into the middle of nowhere. And FL lead 149 to 136. And ETRL will now take the A flag. Prawn and Cutie on the flag. And Hydra versus Prawn. Hydra getting taken out by Prawn. Spelunker and Gusket sandwich Prawn. And ETRL will now push to the B flag. They've got Clazy. Clazy getting taken out by the Panzerfaust. Jamesy just making sure, don't stick your head there because I'll blow it off with a rocket. And McFly, Zoe's and Jamesy running as a trio. Silvarian using the top road just to make sure no one rushes in. And you've got Exxon and Spelunker holding those 2 wide angles on that stairwell. Hallwell. And Clazy will get a spawn off and it'll be a 3-man push. They've got 4, but McFly has to worry about Gusket just harassing from behind. Silvarian in all kinds of situations here. Spelunker just jumps over his bullets. And ETRL holding the C flag, and Prawn and Cutie look to push A, and Cutie just pushing with himself as Prawn put out of his misery. Spelunker and Exxon not capping the flag as much as Exxon pushes up. And Clazy and Spelunker will hold the flag, and Exxon will look to help out the rest of his team. Get onto this man as he rushes into the flag. Smoke everywhere. Storms in.
Maybe duck next time.
Picks one up because that's what he needs to do in that situation. But McFly runs up the stairwell, wipes out 2. Nice clutch kills. 136 to 123 to FL. And they'll regain the C flag, and it'll be a 2 flags to FL. ETRL will now look to set up again. Zoe St. Jamesy. Looks like they're playing a bit of a different role here. Zoe St. Jamesy defending A, and they've got McFly, Silvarian, Prawn, and Cutie pushing as a 4 the unit. Spelunker caught in the middle of the unit. Prawn underneath. Chicken. Chicken just had no option but to be out there. Gusket wiped, and ETRL will regain the C flag as well. FL will now need to push out a B and home, I'm assuming. And they will, as Exxon will look to spawn from home, and Zoe's laying down for a moment to stop the onrushing bullets, and Spelunker and Jamesy right on each other's heels. He'll try to Bueno slide, but unfortunately for him, Jamesy knows what he is doing. This man pretty much runs this move. Crazy. Man of the hour at the moment. Simmons Spelunker. 2 side players. Gets a 98 hit. To set up a defense, but Zoe's running straight in. Gets the 2-piece. Zoe's making sure that he gets the flag for his team, and the B flag will go to the beholder of ETRL. 117 to 113. Silvarian versus Hydra. The range here will cause issues for Silvarian. 49 hit. Silvarian just popping his head and trying to fire on the run. Getting no bullets on Hydra. Hydra just holding the hallway, and he's now got the onrush of Silvarian. But Clazy has come in to help his teammate, and Clazy surprising Silvarian there. McFly and Zoe set up defense on the B flag. And Zoe's just caught standing around. McFly doesn't see the second one, and Cutie getting the A flag on his own. We'll go pick up his teammate now. Jamesy getting the back spawn. In he comes. Gets Hydra in the back. He doesn't even hear him. There's about a gunfire going on. He gets 2 there. They're both worried about the rushing, and ETRL getting the triple cap, but will not set up in time. Cutie caught out by 4 players as FL regain A. Just check up on chat. You can guess the password all you want. Unfortunately tonight you will not guess the password. Cutie and Prawn defending, and Cutie and Prawn just being traded straight away. Zoe's having a friggin' fantastic game, Zoe's at this moment. 10-5, and Jamesy 10-3. ETRL regained A, and Gusket with the FG. Runs up the middle, throws the incendiary up there.
We've lost our control of objective Able.
I'll see him, and Hydra will get Zoe's, and
I have ammunition for you.
Got by Gusket. As FL regain A, but they'll lose the C flag. But there's no defense on B, and Zoe's will realise that, and he'll spawn there. 2-man, the 2 medics defending on the B flag. C flag under enemy occupation at the moment, and Prawn and Cutie want to change that. But the amount of smoke coming in is going to cause issues for Prawn. Prawn just hidden in the corner, gets Chicken straight away, and they'll look to push Exxon. Exxon caught out by 2 supports, both players pushing him. That's not a situation the medic wants to be in. 98 to 74 to ETRL. Chicken and Clazy pushing the B flag. Gusket defending the A flag. He set up camp, and he's seen the one below. Gets spotted by that engineer perk, sometimes spotting him. Unlucky for him. Knows there's a player there. Doesn't know if they're inside the wall or outside the wall. But he knows he's there. But doesn't see Cutie. That is a 4-man push from FL as they storm onto B. I need to stop saying stormed now. That's the word of the match. Spelunker making those boxes his own. McFly defending the hallway. He was born in this hallway, he'll die in this hallway. Jamesy pushing around the back, Silvarian making light work. Exxon, Hydra, and Gusket looking to regain A as Spelunker and Clazy look to push McFly, and they'll get a chicken spawn. And Silvarian and Cutie holding the flag. Prawn getting the spawn. Silvarian, but they want to defend. 54 to 91. Now we know what happened last time. FL had it all to do, and they pulled the ticket margin back into 19. Still anyone's game from here. Jamesy using the Sturmgewehr to his delight. Probably his favourite weapon. Probably a lot of people's favourite weapon, actually. Looks to rotate.
We have lost objective Caesar.
And FL gaining A as well. This could be a triple cap from FL here. Situation has just got dire for ETRL. Zoe's getting taken out. Jamesy backs off. But Prawn. What can Prawn do in this situation? He's got it all to do. And that headshot dropping into the objective like he drops in on a Sunday lunch. Spelunker running around on the flag, getting 4, and they will remain in the 2-cap, but Prawn and Cutie will now push out, but they don't realise Gusket and Hydra spawn from behind. Jamesy getting the spawn on the flag, and he's now got Hydra to verse. Cutie taking out Exxon, McFly, and Silvarian, and Zoe's. Canter into the C flag, and Jamesy will start to lose it as Gusket and Hydra on the A flag. A lot of panic setting in from ETRL. They just need to gain some composure. 44 to 66. And they'll get their 3 players. That'll be composed. They'll push in. And Gusket caught in the objective, and FL lose the C flag to Zoe's picking up his teammate. There's one more in the smoke. I just can't see him. Silvarian trades for Zoe's. There's one more in the objective, and they need to wipe him quick before he gets some spawns. Well, this could be not the situation they want, as Hydra and Gusket regain the A flag. As ETRL spawn all out of C. It's the only option they have here. Zoe's and Jamesy's. Jamesy. Push to B. Spelunker looking to rotate them. Gets wiped. And Jamesy's will get put out of his misery by Clazy, but he'll get picked up by Zoe's. Cutie harassing from the house. He's got Hydra above him, but he knows that. And he's stormed onto Hydra. Knowing Hydra's using a range scope. Unfortunately, Hydra getting the better of him. with the bar there. FL pulled in the tickets, 39 to 50. ETRL really need to drop that ticket deficit to below 19. They need to win this side. Well, they don't need to win it. They just need to make sure they don't lose by 19, more than 19. Jamesy, Zoes, and Silvarian pushing out, and Silvarian will go back to pick up his teammate McFly. Caught out with Exxon right in front of him. Cutie just over the top. They've not seen Clazy swinging around the back. They'll probably see him here. No, they won't. Cutie. Fly caught on the fence. Prawn making sure he helps his duo teammate. And in comes Chicken from behind. But McFly making sure he holds the C flag. As FL remain with the double cap. And ETRL need to do something about it. Losing 32 to 37. Only losing by 5 tickets. But they need to win this side or not lose by 19. More than 19. And they will do that with a storming of 4 players. Spelunker and Exxon push across. Looking to seal this out quite quick. And Zois gets Exxon and Spelunker in the hallway. Both players caught daydreaming, and Zoes and Silvarian rush Clazy. 2 players pushing together. Clazy caught out looking the other way, and Jamesy capping the flag. They might get this flag here. Hydra pushing away, and he'll get the kill. Jamesy being caught. Hydra clutching. Silvarian praying to God he gets some spawns. McFly spawns. This is not the situation. McFly caught out. And Silvarian getting 2 there. He's got Clazy in the smoke here. Clazy getting the kill. And ETRL still holding on that 1 flag. 19 to 32. This could go either way. ETRL in dire straits here. Prawn and Cutie pushing. They're not leaving anything to chance. They are not defending this flag now. They need to push. Pushing a 3-man push, and Spelunker going around the back has, I think, realised the situation, but he'll run in the back and they'll leave the C flag all to themselves. And FL looking to hold on the flag, but Prawn, they'll all cap that flag. They need to get some spawns off these flags as everyone is on the A flag. It is going down on that flag. 31 to 10. Cutie pushing back. And they'll lose the flag. 31 to 7, and this is just the most dire situation for ETRL. And could this be the moment that FL win the cup? And it looks like it is all wrapped up. 30 to 2. And that will be game, set, and match to FL. Hydra dominating 27-11. Zoe's 22-16. Unfortunately, ETRL losing the flags when they didn't need it. It was a costly time for them. They pushed it hard. Hydra's clutch. Cheers. Cheers, L. So they'll win the second side by 30, and that will cost them still, as it's not 19, it was 26, and that's a very unlucky for ETRL, as the dire music comes in to somber the situation. We'll move on to, we'll look to see if they'll play this third side, as we look to just see if ETRL might look to play for some pride here. I think they will play it. Teams mixing it up. No. Prawn and Cutie staying on the support. Quite a surprise not to see Redux come in for the support class. It's what he does best. And it's just unlucky for them. But they'll look to gain some pride back here and not look to get the clean sweep over them. And Narvik causes a situation we wanted to see. A map that we haven't really seen much throughout the comp. But a very open map, and it allows these range players to just beam these outer edges. But also allows this bottom push across the bottom of the map, and we'll get a 4-man push into B from both teams, and Prawn will just look to set up on the outside. Him and Spelunker will have a 1v1 here, and Spelunker getting Prawn before he can set up. FL have the B flag, and they'll now push straight away into the A flag as no one is alive, and this is not the situation ETRL wanted to see themselves in, as the triple cap could be on straight away. Zoe's getting one, and Spelunker trading, and Prawn trading for him. Trade kills left, right and centre. Prawn jumping into action. Gusket caught out on his teammate's body. They'll have a nap together. And ETRL will jump onto the B flag. McFly push down. Exxon. Quite a display from both teams. A lot more disorganised now, as both teams just look to play for kills by the look of it, but Jamesy just camped down on the flag. Playing for the B, and they'll cap B. Prawn and Cutie straight into the house on the aggression. Off comes the snow. Prawn's not happy because he just built this house and he would have preferred it to stay built for more than 20 seconds. Angry, he kills Hydra. Chicken rushes in, but unfortunately Gusket snipes him through the window with his gun. And FL have got a lot of players pushing him now. Zoe seeing the players running around the side. And McFly caught in the middle of no man's land. And this is the push I was talking about. Chicken just running around the back. If you don't see him, he just runs in. And Spelunker too, and Cutie has witnessed this. Fortunately, the ZK at close quarters, wiping Cutie. And FL will get the home flag cap. Jamesy 8-1. Spelunker 7-3. Zoe's having a pot shot there. Then realises this is probably a mistake, and it was. Gusket and Hydra set up on the B, C defense. And Silvarian camped in the house, gets Hydra. Jumps out the back of the house and tells Gusket to leave his building. And FL looking to trade B now. Cutie having a break down the bottom there. Besides, he'll have a nap on top of A objective, and Prawn might come and visit him. As a fight going on the C flag, as Gusket, Exxon and Hydra ready to gain the C flag. Chicken storms onto the flag on his own. Jamesy, odds against him.
We are losing objective Baker.
Hoping that the on-rushing Clazy would have not realised that, and Prawn just rushing in with the FG. McFly getting a butcher's knife kill. Whatever it's called, I can't remember. Cutie with the lunge mine on Chicken. My words got mixed up there. And Hydra's cracked. Having a nap in the building. He set up his pinch point. As FL regain B 113 to 104 to ETRL. Chat talking about philosophies. Wonderful. And FL now push back into their flag again. James looks to show his team how it's done. It's Palunka about to get rushed by Zois, and he does. And this could be the triple cap from ETRL. The anger and aggression from ETRL right now. Seems like they're mad about losing. Jamesy will storm inside the building. And can hear his friend upstairs. But is it a friend or is it a foe? As Jamesy gets a 2 spawn. Hydra and Gusket holding the top floor like they're have decided to squat there. Rockets flying everywhere. Buildings being demolished. Zoe's put in the corner. Time out. And FL will be triple capped here. This could be the moment ETRL were looking for. Looking to get some revenge for losing the first 2 maps. And ETRL getting the triple cap, now set up their line. Quite a jagged line. Gusket looks to rush around. Cutie just having a nap outside, but he knows he's coming. Gusket doesn't even see him until it's too late. Spelunker will now push out wide, and he's got the 2 support class players out wide. Chicken getting caught in the middle of the road. And ETRL dominating. 107 to 35. This triple cap looks to have dusted off the first side of Narvik. McFly is always Prawn and Cutie defending the right side, and Jamesy defending the road with Silvarian. 106 to 16, and this just wraps up this side of Narvik. 19-2 for Jamesy. Big numbers from the man there. 15-8 from Prawn. They would have hoped for this aggression earlier in the game, and it's just come all too late for them. And they'll win the first side of Narvik by 105. That is a dominant display on Narvik. Move on to the last side of Narvik. As I become burnt out from the match. An absolute display from both teams. Pleasure to have them in this comp. Every team that played You know, some teams knew, some teams have played comps before, and it looks like Waiting the Wings will have RS looking to take second place off ETRL next week with the third place playoff. As RS runs out of the bottom three, they beat PMG by quite a close margin, and VT just did not show up on the night. Welcome to anyone in just recently joined us. But FL have won the first two maps, and ETRL won this first side of Narvik 105-0 or 107. That's one of the two. We'll say 105. And FL looking to clean sweep the final. And we won't get any changes from either team, as both teams look to solidify their lineups for the whole match. Players grew into it. Probably looking at the man of the match, Hydra has been an absolute force in defense. Looks like he's using his infamous Lewis gun now, but Cutie wipes him out at range, and now he'll just have a nice walk. Gusket's hurt him. 1v1 here. Cutie just having a waltz around. Gets the popping head of Gusket. Spelunker and Clazy get a spawn. ETRL. Triple cap straight away is coming. They are mad. Let's not talk about the 8v8 yet. We'll see what happens. But we'll look forward to that after the match. As Clazy and Hydra get a kill on Zoe's. And Clazy making sure his team don't get triple caps. But Jamesy and McFly spawn off. And McFly getting Gusket at range. Cutie getting Exxon with an incendiary. FL spreading their lines quite thin as ETRL look to get the chokehold on them. McFly going into the slow res. Give me a Closty situation, but he gets the res. Doing his teammate a world of good. Silvarian picking up his teammate in the corner. Knowing Gusket's out wide. The medics caught in the middle. Cutie will look to help Silvarian. Silvarian will run the rain. Close quarters game, and Chicken runs in the side. Zoe and Jamesy. Push Chicken, and Chicken gets a revive on Spelunker. Ooh. ETRL 143 to 120 to the lead at the moment. Ha. There, you got an at the moment. At this current time, that's the one you're after. As FL swinging from the onto the objective, Exxon rushing in. That's Silvarian. But it's a good thing we got onto him. And Chicken picking up Spelunker straight away, and Exxon staring at his opposing teammates. Salt player, he knows there's someone here. Gets Zoe's. Prawn rushing in, and FL looking to turn this the other way. ETRL being put to the sword here by them, but McFly making sure Spelunker doesn't get in the flag, and ETRL will now push out, and Silvarian looks like he'll run all the way to A. And he will. Just having a nice jog all the way to A, and the fight is going down. Jamesy.
Sei vorsichtig!
Got chicken. Exxon. Gets two. Clazy helping Exxon. McFly defending the C flag on his own. And Zoe's spawning with the support class. As we look like Prawn might do a swap here. And Prawn will spawn on medic. And yes, we might see a NZ versus AU. We might even see a State of Origin type match. Or even a East versus West type match. As we'll split the states up just to have a even spread across both teams. Would be quite a match. Chicken, having it all to do. As Cutie picks up his fellow compatriot. Being the medic in this situation. And ETRL gain A, and they're going to get B here as well. And this will be the triple cap. I'm sure we could have one on Xbox and on PS. Noah, but we're hoping that at the very least BF6 has crossplay between Xbox and PS, even if it doesn't have crossplay between computer, PC. And FL being triple capped here, and Jamesy clutching up on the flag. This is a pushy situation he was facing. Exxon runs over the top, so he's laying down fire from range with the Lewis gun. And he'll get taken out by Clazy with a ribby rolls. We did not expect to see that in this match. And we'll now see Hydra with the sniper. I think he's realised maybe that he had the wrong trait. He hasn't got any kills, so it won't do him any harm. But he might spawn in again with a sniper. It's just that obviously he needed to make sure his classes are up. FL losing 59 to 104. VTRL showing dominance now. The shackles have broken free after the weight of losing. Spelunker having a rest. Doesn't even care about Prawn. Zoe lays down in front of him and gets the kill. And Hydra out wide. We'll see if this man can get a nice snipe shot. He'll get a 58 hit on him. And that is a nice kill on Zoe's. For Hydra, defending with a sniper. And they'll look to play a bit of a different game here as he waits for his team members to spawn off of him. Gusket, having a nap. And ETRL leading 99 to 42. Jamesy puts Exxon out of his misery. And Spelunker. And Clazy as well. Nice three-piece by Jamesy there. And ETRL look to set up. As Hydra with that sniper caught out in the open now. He's got someone rushing him. He runs back into his home. But bullets flying through the tree. Just nick him and get him down. And ETRL. Where did that come from? Gusket doing a sneaky backcat. Gets Cutie. Drops him off the top ledge. Cutie's body flailed. And they'll push out of this C flag. Straight into B's. Jamesy on his own. Clazy getting killed by McFly's bazooka. Hydra takes one for the team. And Cutie rushes on. What a play for. And that will wrap up the second side as ETRL win the third map, and that'll be a 2-1 win of the 6v6 Cup to FL. GG to both teams, and FL not losing a single match throughout the tournament. Pushed hard by their closest competitor ETRL, and quite a match we witnessed. Both teams going head to head. Zoe's playing really well at times, and most of his team, Jamesy, getting big numbers the whole comp. Showed his team how it was done, and Gusket jumps in for a Vunk, and he does his team the justice he deserved. FL won, Marlo 2-1. Was a very close match. FL only winning the second map by 4 tickets. And obviously ETRL dominating the map of Narvik. But thank you for everyone coming, and we'll look forward to the next comp in maybe 5 or 6 weeks. We'll see what happens. Obviously I have to plan the 8v8, and we'll see if we can get enough teams, but hopefully we can. I'm quite happy to say we had 9 teams in this tournament. I'll hope we have a few more, maybe see some FMJ and a lot of other teams, because I know there is a lot of teams within, and now I'm getting invites. But yeah, that was a match worthy of the final. Some players wanting to get in obviously didn't get into the game, desperate for it, and FL won 2-1. And that will almost round out. We will obviously have the second place playoff between Resolute, which is FAX. Obviously, if I keep getting the names confused, my apologies. FAX and ETRL next week. BFEC 1-3-0, yes. BFEC 1-3-0. And thank you all for watching, and hopefully we'll see more PS comps in the future. Hopefully a lot more teams. Hopefully a little bit less controversy at the start. And obviously we had a few hiccups through the start of this tournament, and I hopefully we can sort those out for next comp. Quite a tiring act to stream and commentate matches when teams are playing them in the middle of the week. We might have a tie down to a weekend schedule only, but obviously teams will be flexible on times. But thank you for everyone who came and watched. Hopefully I wasn't too repetitive at times, and hopefully that was good to watch. And yeah, thank you for coming. As FL win 2-1.